Hello. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test, test, test. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test, test, test. Hello. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test, test, test. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test, test, test. Testing 1, 2, 3. Try that and that, and I'll just do that.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, it's alright.
Excellent. We'll just do that all again. Time to go.
Beautiful.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all are listening to the Overseas Connection podcast.
Shut up and sit down.
Here we go!
Would you kindly?
I think we're just getting started.
Medic!
I'm a witcher.
I think this is more than you can handle.
Sits on his ass all day.
Let's do this.
Hey everybody, it's like deja vu. This is the Overseas Connection podcast, episode 635. It is a very special day. It is E3 has kicked off in full this week, and we were treated to the Xbox Bethesda showcase this morning. We're going to cover that now on the podcast. We're going to play it live and give our thoughts and impressions as everything unfolds throughout the show. So this is very much a visual podcast today. So dare I say, if you're listening to audio, if you can, maybe catch the rerun on YouTube or, YouTube is going to be the best place to rewatch this episode. But that being said, let's get into it. With me today, I have Pete Chin.
Hello, Greg. All the way from red hot sunny Dudley in my loft where I am baking to death. But
Dare
I'm
I
here.
say,
I'm here.
you look red. Like your face, you look red hot.
Do you know what? I had a video call with Kira earlier downstairs with Shell, and next to Shell, right, it was just like a red balloon and a white balloon. If you put our heads together, oh, so fucking red. Anyway, I'm here.
All right.
Eat a treat, baby.
Also showing unity for Pete's redness is Kim wearing a red shirt.
Yes, I am here.
Kim Woods, how are you?
I'm good. I've been battling poison ivy. As a matter of fact, I've been nuking this shit all week. So when I showed up on the podcast, I wouldn't look like some sort of swamp thing. So it's still there a little, but it's not itchy, so that's a plus.
That is
anyway,
definitely a plus.
Welcome everyone from not quite so hot Missouri today. It's actually very nice. So.
All right, and also on the podcast, spinning the decks for us today, Mr. Robin Tate.
Is it hot? I haven't noticed. I'm like oozing rum from last night still, and it's 9:00 in the evening. Wow, what a night! Maybe we'll talk about that again some other time. Hello, it's Robin Tate here. I'm in the rum capital of the world, Northern Ireland, and I'm excited to see this. I've seen parts of the show, but I'm looking forward to trying to seeing it all here because it looks very exciting, very exciting. So great stuff. Let's do something and do it a bit differently.
Guess last but not least, Greg DeLacy. This is my gamer tag, Murphy's Law, OC_Murphy's Law on Twitter. I too am trying to show solidarity to Pete by wearing the red shirt. It is blistering hot here though, so there's that. It's about 85 degrees right now. I was out in the yard doing a bunch of yard work as well, so I have been feeling the heat. So I'm with you, Pete. I am with you, sharing the hotness.
85 is hot. It's 89 here. I mean, geez. Dude.
It's okay. It's hot when you're outside working, though. That is the key thing. Is you're out in the sun, no shade, working away. It's good though. It's good. Yeah. I made the mistake yesterday of wearing a tank top. I was smart. I put sunscreen on my shoulders, on my neck, and my chest area. I forgot to get my back lat area, and I have these two wings on my back that are just bright red. Fire.
You got red chicken wings.
Yes, I do. I've got red chicken wings.
Well, it could be worse. I mean, it was lovely and sunny here today as well, and Judith's been out sunbathing all day, but she fell asleep with her mask on.
Oh, shit.
So she's white here, and I'm only joking. Anyway.
All right. Well, let's just dive into it. This is a long show.
Yeah.
It's roughly an hour and a half long in length. We're going to kick this off. We're going to watch the Xbox briefing. We're going to put it on screen so everybody can watch it with us.
So
and we'll just give our reactions as we go.
Wonderful people in the chat. If it's not loud enough or too loud for you, please let us know, because this is experimental. So strap yourselves in. Let's go. We'll talk over it. I'll turn the volume down here and there from that YouTube feed when we need to. But let's go.
Yep.
I always said at this point, like my butt starts to clench always. This is the exciting bit, or maybe that's the
There's so
Doritos.
much they could show to open the show with. It was a real question mark of how they would open the show, how they would finish the show, and I have to admit, neither of which I thought would happen the way it went down.
Yeah, because it's usually Phil Spencer walking out, isn't it?
Usually, Phil Spencer greets the audience, or they kind of kick into something right away. But as we know, this is a different year. Microsoft, the studios have grown significantly. So this to me was a very telling moment of kind of Microsoft saying, we want to showcase our purchases, if you will, and make you understand we're behind them. They're part of us.
And to have Todd Hard come out. But even, is a big statement. But even that logo at the beginning there is sort of the mix of the Fallout logo and Xbox logo all together. Cool.
Around the world come together and celebrate what games mean to all of us. And I think, this past year, they've meant even
Big
more.
Smooth's had a bad day
Thank you
today.
for being with us today. Thank you for the support you give us and one another. Xbox is turning 20. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the friendships we've had that whole time. At Bethesda, we believe video games.
This is basically him just saying, look, this was always almost in the cards.
Yeah.
It's such a natural fit. Bethesda, I mean, if you ever you really thought about it, this purchase makes so many, it makes so much sense in so many different layers. But, again,
and now,
this is an interesting way to start the show.
In over 25
and
years,
in the game, everybody was asking about.
But notice,
would we see it? Would we see it?
Very, very nice tag watch he has on as well, which is. He doesn't have a gadget watch on. He's got a lovely tag on there, which is I'll cut his arm off for that.
It's a game we've dreamt of playing, and it wasn't until now that we have the hardware, the technology, and the team who's hard at work at home to make that dream a reality. We're excited to finally share our first in-game teaser and something to look forward to.
Yeah. Well, my problem with this sort of stuff is, I want to see the real gameplay part, the CGI trailer stuff. And I know this is all in-engine, and they were all very excited about it. But this here, for me, it did look good. But I want to see how it plays. It looks fab. It reminded me about yes, it's in the future, but it looks a bit.
Hey, Robin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you talk into your microphone a little bit. For whatever reason, you sound very far away.
Oh, okay. I'll come down here. Yeah, so yes, this stuff was. Is that better? This stuff.
Yes, better.
This stuff was in engine, which is great. But again, you want to see what you're going to be playing, because you discount it.
Given we now know this game isn't coming out until end of next year, not even at some point in time early in 2022. It's not coming out until late 2022. My thing is, we'll see gameplay next E3.
Yeah.
Or even at the Video Game Awards. But it's not something that we necessarily needed to see gameplay.
No, I suppose so. I give you that. But it's always nice to see it. I mean, you've got No Man's Sky, you've got Elite Dangerous. It has to be better than, as good as those things now. Okay, so the art style I liked. I love the way the robot down in the blue there, it was a bit cranky. His old ship is all wrecked. So it looks like he's starting out. It's he's got some high-tech stuff, but it's like an old beat-up rocket he's starting in, or she, as the case may be.
Hey, Robin. I don't know what you're doing. Whenever you move away from your microphone, you get all kinds of tinny and very sounding far away.
Okay.
Like right now, you sound good.
I don't know. Don't know.
Better.
I'll stay here.
That's not good.
No. Okay. Yeah, I'm excited for Starfield. I like that. I like the thought of Starfield. How about that?
I agree, and they unequivocally answer the question: is it exclusive? Yes, it's exclusive to Xbox and PC, so it's not going to be coming to any other platform. Pete, Kim, I mean, is this exciting for either one of you? Are you like up for this now?
Maybe. I mean, I'll give it a chance. It's not really my thing, but I'll give it a chance because I mean it's Bethesda, and they always do good stuff usually. So.
Okay. All right.
I mean, it's no Skyrim, but you know.
Here we go. Here we go.
What's going on with her jeans, by the way? What shape is the button? What is that all about? What?
That is, I did not notice that before, but she has on some very uniquely designed jeans. Like they're like an angle cut. Like it's almost like it's like a flap instead of a zipper.
Huh? Okay.
Yeah. Huh? We're just not trendy enough, Robin.
That's what it is. I noticed.
That could be good, you know. Easy access. Just saying.
Just,
all right.
Just tuck that shirt in there. Just tuck the shirt in a wee bit. It's out at the back and it's tucked in at the front, and you know, these are important things.
But also, you know, it's worth noting again for the conference we've got for the first time Phil Spencer's not leading the conference. You know, we've got Todd Howard that comes out, and now this woman comes out. I forgot her name, otherwise I'd be saying it. But I think she heads up their partnership studios. I could be wrong.
Huh.
She's kind of in the similar role to Matt Booty, but not quite. Anyway.
Got a bit booty.
And then we get StarCraft 2.
Yeah.
This just feels like Metro to me.
Yeah, because with Metro, it was a scary first-person shooter with rusky tuskies in it, chatting with heavy, strong accents, all that stuff. And this is what this was. It looked great, but I thought this was quite a weird demo. I kept on thinking of Pete Chin, because he would have to read. And I'm sure, you know, he doesn't like reading.
No. Pete, is this... Did you play Metro? Who all has played Metro? The Metro game?
Yeah.
Okay, this very much reminds me of a Metro game. It also just still feels a very traditional first-person shooter. It looks great, but I didn't get overly excited for seeing this. Also, worth noting, we talked about it previously when it first aired live. If only it was that easy to just throw a scope on a gun and have it already dialed in, and you're not going to have any problems with it. That would be fantastic. But yeah. Anyway.
I mean, this photograph here, right? Okay, so you got these guys all around the campfire, and you got one of them with a bloody mask on. Seriously, that's still. Even though this is set in the future, there's one guy with a mask on still. So that really pisses me off, you know. It's probably Anthony Fauci sitting underneath that mask. No, he would have.
This looks like the Poundland dollar store version of Metro.
Yeah, I don't know.
It looks good. It definitely has. Again, it has that creepy vibe. Yeah, I don't know that I'm overly excited for this game, but because it's coming to Game Pass, at least that takes the question of whether I should take a chance on buying it or not out of the question, as long as I'm a subscriber. And that's also worth noting. I think one of the big takeaways from the show
is Game Pass.
Game Pass, yeah. Because I think there were a total of 3 games. They said that was going to be 3 games that were not part of Game Pass in total. Everything else shown here is part of Game Pass, which, once you put that in perspective, it's pretty exciting to be part of Game Pass and know all of these games are coming to the service daily.
Yeah. If there's 2 of these games that you like throughout this show, Game Pass is worth every penny.
Yeah.
You know? 2 games is all. But again,
you're spoiling it, Greg. I've not seen this.
Oh, sorry. We'll shut up. Okay, we'll shut up. Oh, sorry. You're concentrating on the words. Sorry, you read it there. Sorry. I love you. Oh, that's right, Pete. I have to make a pubic apology to you.
Forget apology. Just shut the fuck up.
You didn't read it because it was. If you look back at the WhatsApp chat, it's a pubic apology.
Oh. Well, what's? Oh, God. Have I got to read through that as well? Whoa!
Now, I will say
that made me jump.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, John, pretty much everything we see here in the first 3/4 of an hour, in fact, nearly for most of the show, is Game Pass. There's very, very little Battlefields in here, but pretty much.
Far Cry, I think those are the two big titles that were not part of Game Pass.
Mm.
And I know there's a third. I think it might be an indie of some kind, but is that Diablo 2? I don't want to get
Diablo 2,
but,
yeah. Now, I think we're supposed to know who this bloke is here, because it's like he's back or something. If you read some of the text, it's like he's back in this body or something. I don't know. So this is set around Chernobyl, I believe.
Yeah. Now, I will say, compared to Metro, I actually like the facial animations for these in the design of these characters a little bit better. They're very similar, but I just think this has still a little bit more realistic look to it than the Metro characters do, especially the eyes.
See, I think this should be more type of game. This you just run in and rip shit.
Oh
up.
yeah.
I
I think it very well could be, Pete. Like I said, it looks good. There's nothing wrong with the way Stalker 2 looks at all. It's just having played the Metro games, this does feel like it follows that formula. And I could be totally wrong though. It may not at all. I will definitely be giving this a shot for sure.
Part of Chernobyl. So,
Game
is
Pass.
number one worth going back? Is number one worth going back and playing, or is it?
You'll have to do that on PC. I believe it's only out on PC.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it's not like on the newbie to this. You've not played number one then?
Correct.
Okay.
It was a PC only game.
This.
Oh, what was
this.
Jesus, that looks scary. What's this?
So, this is
an exciting game.
Yeah.
Rebuilding.
Let's just watch for a second because this is good.
We got the fight. No, we don't need to do anything. All right, when was the last time you saw written in any numbers?
All of my best friends like to go and get fucked up. And they talk about all the lovers they never got to.
Hang in there, Holly.
Get high with your best friends.
No rest for
I'd just
the
like to point out Holly should be dead.
Let's go.
Through here. Come on.
God, I love Mondays.
Another day in paradise.
So we had so much fun with Left 4 Dead. And this is the guys that developed Left 4 Dead.
The plan should be for some of the major trailers, we turn the volume up and we go quiet, and then.
Okay, I'll shut up.
You know what I mean?
Alright, yeah, I'll shut.
Buckle up, buttercups.
We've got one shot. Let's make it count.
Over here.
Game Pass!
On
Wow. Jesus.
Back for
Oh, yeah.
Blood. So if you're a fan of Left 4 Dead, if you played the Left 4 Dead games, this is 100% Left 4 Dead. It's exciting. We all loved Left 4 Dead, so I think a lot of us were just like, okay, yeah, on board, day one.
I
Yeah,
am totally
absolutely.
in that. That is wicked.
Yeah, well, we were just down for Left 4 Dead again. I don't understand why Valve, those guys never did more with it. I love the music here. Now, sorry, this here reminded me of, what's that movie with Dirk? Okay, it was the really good looking guy. And these guys are treasure hunters, and there's a virus, and oh God, what is it called?
Uncharted.
And it's a movie, and they go to find this ironclad boat that was in the Civil War, and it got to Africa, and they had to go and find it. They were like, anyway, the movie starts just like this, even the music, and I thought this is what it is, and it just feels like that theme.
Yeah, this was, by the way, a big surprise. I thought at first we were getting a Wolfenstein type game. That's what I thought this was.
What's that called? Damn it.
Was it Sahara, Robin?
Sahara, that's it. Perfect. Yes.
Well done,
yes, John. So it just started just like this.
Yeah.
The little photographs and the wee knickknacks. And it's come to Game Pass. Don't know what it is, but...
So, Contraband, we don't really know much about this, though, right? They showed off a lot of really pretty visuals, but...
I read somewhere it might be a heist, a co-op heist kind of game. So I don't know for sure, but that's just what I heard.
All right.
Or read.
And I just want to say right now, as soon as this came up, I started to check out myself. I was like, Sea of Thieves, okay, they're going to do some kind of update, whatever.
So obvious?
This surprised the hell out of me.
Me too.
In such a good way, and it seems so obvious.
Right?
A new danger is coming on the tides, and the one who might stop this ruin, trapped for all forever in the sea of the damned. Now to save the pirate life, you must start by saving the life of one.
Oh, didn't realize we had company. Captain Jack Sparrow. But I suspect you already knew that.
And we need say no more. Because Jack Sparrow antics through Sea of Thieves. It's so obvious that he's in it, He likes to beat women and be in games. No, that's really bad.
That is very bad. Also, unproven, allegedly.
I don't know. He didn't win his libel case.
Anyway.
But yes, it's a perfect matchup for this, and to make it even more mainstream. So this is like a series of stories or something with him in it, I believe.
Yeah, they're saying it's basically DLC. And Big Smooth does have a point. This is such a natural connection. This should have been there from day one. I think Sea of Thieves would have had even more of a following had they had something like this tied in with it.
I'm sure they had to drop big bucks as well to get him in here.
This is Disney. They made the pact with the devil.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah.
No, it's not him as a voice actor, but even still, it's
enough.
good. Yeah. We always keep on saying we should go back to this.
One of those.
Still has a pretty decent following, from what I understand too. So.
And I think it's getting popular in the community
again.
again.
Story heavy though. I have to admit, I'm trying to figure out how they make this work in the setting.
I wouldn't think it. Just go do this, fetch quests and cutscenes. Good.
Yeah, it looks really good. I've not played that game.
Okay.
Derby Pirates.
Okay. I can switch off for a second.
I absolutely checked out on this.
Yeah,
there's just something about the Yakuza games I cannot get into, but everybody seems to love these games.
This was funny. Now watch out, Pete. There's a shot here from EGX. The house, the Big Brother house. What do you see? See if you can guess which bit it is.
Fighting lobsters.
Yeah.
Happy birthday!
It seems like it's some humor here, doesn't there? So available today.
I've tried to play one of those games. I just don't get on with them. Awful.
Now this looks so good. Kim has already pre-ordered it.
I don't want to like this game only because they're charging $70 plus the season pass. But it does look
is it Battlefield?
Yes.
Well, if it helps you, I already pre-ordered it, so it'll probably end up on Game
It'll be on Game Pass.
I couldn't help it. I love Battlefield. I always have. So.
Yeah.
Damn right.
You do
Yes,
get
Boomer.
yeah,
I pre-ordered
you do get a 10-hour trial.
Yeah,
that is
still,
part of Game
yeah.
Pass, so that'll be
Yeah.
Ooh.
These maps just look so freaking cute.
Look at that. See this, that wonderful game on the Xbox 360 with that horrible scene with the white phosphorus. Highly underrated game.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it reminds me of those scenes. It's the sand and the sand cloud and yeah. Well, we're getting old. We can't remember details.
What's the name of that game? Yeah, Joysticks and Chill coming through. Spec Ops: The Line.
Yeah, that's it. What a fab game that was. I love this bit. Listen.
I will say, speaking of that, I am actually somewhat curious to see 6 Days of Fallujah. That game actually looks pretty good as well. I don't like the controversy.
Wow.
See, the problem with this game, from my perspective,
Yeah.
is you see that guy that was laying on the ground dead?
Yeah.
That's me most of the time in this game.
Oh. But you're old.
You do get a weakness soon. There's that.
I die most of the time too, but I don't care. I still love it.
Yeah.
Now, isn't it right to say that there's no single player in this?
No single player. It's all multiplayer.
Big Smooth, that was really hurtful. Just want you to point that out. Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll be having a talk with my brother from another, Mark, and this might have to be a purchase.
That's the first game I've seen so far that doesn't have the Game Pass thing plastered over it, but you do have a 10-hour demo.
The thing with Battlefield is just ridiculously violent, eh?
So, how was your day?
I am very excited about this.
He wants to pay back for blood. But Battlefield is ridiculously violent. But Back for Blood is, okay.
Yeah.
Pete.
Yeah, but when I look
That
at that,
ginger
it's like,
thing coming out again, isn't it?
it's like the complete antithesis of what I would want to live in. That it's just war zone all the time. I couldn't believe a zombie thing going on in somewhere like New Guinea or somewhere, you know.
I'm sorry, one of the most exciting games of the show, and you just talked all over it.
Oh,
12 minutes is 8 more minutes than I need.
Yeah, that's what Cindy says.
I'm looking forward to 12 minutes.
What was this game?
Psychonauts.
Oh, Psychonauts 2, that's right. Okay, yeah. I'm excited for this game. I love the visual.
It just looks old school. It looks old school, doesn't it?
Time for justice!
Huh.
The fate of the free-thinking world is in your hands.
I'm afraid that means the dead letter office for you.
The mission is falling apart. A psychonaut must always remember how to roll with it.
Okay. I'm sorry, maybe a fun story, but it is very old school still.
See, the humor is great. I very much am looking forward to this.
Yeah, me too.
Is a mission about the fate of the world. Can you do that?
Yes, if I can find some bacon.
I'm going to ignore that last part.
Can't go wrong with bacon.
But again, Even if you think this might not be your type of game, it's on Game Pass.
Game Pass.
This is the theme throughout the show. Everything you see where you're like, that might not be my kind of game. Oh, but it's on Game Pass. So maybe I will try it
when I
out.
say hello
Exactly.
and welcome to the Bethesda E3 showcase. We love that we can share the stage with Xbox this year, and whether you've known Bethesda for 35 years or are just getting to know us, we couldn't be happier to bring you the latest on your favorite games. We started this showcase with my good friend Todd Howard, who gave you a first look at Starfield. Along with Bethesda Game Studios, all of our teams are continuing to work on the projects that have been in development since well before we joined the Xbox family. So rest assured, the games you've been expecting and hoping for are still in the works. And today, we're bringing 10 more titles to Game
look at the
Pass
chat. Yes,
for a total
Big
of
Smooth,
30
absolutely.
Bethesda
The
games.
future for,
Look at
for
that.
gaming with Xbox.
Look at
is
that.
Like the
Game
award-winning
Pass.
I mean, look at that. All on Game Pass now. Like, wow.
Doom Eternal will be optimized for Xbox
You know, this is probably a
Series
good time we
X
can
and
talk about real
S
quickly.
on June 29th.
Earlier in the week, Microsoft
Powered by
had some
Gitech,
big
this next-gen
kind of
upgrade will be
events.
free
They
for
talked
everyone
about
who owns
going,
Doom Eternal.
putting together
On Series
a
X, it will offer
xCloud
improved visuals at
stick,
60
if you
FPS
will,
with ray
device
tracing,
for
a 4K
TVs.
mode, and
They're going to do partnerships
optional
with
performance
TV
mode
manufacturers
up
to
to
embed
120
Game Pass
FPS.
in the TVs.
Or maybe
Yeah,
you're
in the
looking for
future.
an RPG, like
They're
Skyrim,
making a major
which
push,
marks
and
its
it's the
10th
companies behind it. They had
anniversary
Satya
this
Nadella,
can't
who was
celebrate it
on
without
an
share your favorite
investors
Skyrim
call
memories,
with Phil
stories,
Spencer.
artwork, and more
They're talking
on
about the direction of
Skyrim10.com.
Xbox and the
Exploring
continued growth.
ever-changing, post-apocalyptic wasteland and Fallout
I fully
76.
expect we will
Everything you love
hear,
about Fallout games. Custom camp
obviously
building,
not this show because we now know what they've shown in this show, but that we'll hear about some more studio acquisitions. They want to try and roll out one major exclusive every quarter. That's ambitious. That's going to take a lot of studios. That takes investment, and it's interesting to see Microsoft really getting behind Xbox now. When just a few years back, the big question was, does Microsoft stick with Xbox? Do they sell it off? Everybody thought they were dead in the water. This is a big reversal.
Yeah, it's been a nice build over a couple of years.
Atlas is safe.
Yeah.
It came at a great cost.
Wow.
So Fallout 76, this is, a game I tried. I did not enjoy just that open world MMO kind of feel to it, but I know a lot of people really love this game. It looks really good. It plays well. There's nothing wrong with the content. It's just for me, seeing kind of players bouncing around doing their thing outside of what you would kind of expect in a story-based game kind of ruins it for me.
Yeah, I just sort of Skyrim had that same problem, didn't it?
Yeah.
I kind of base my decision on playing games with retail as well and watching how they go in the shops, and this one just flopped like really quickly. So I'm not gonna play this game.
Well, yeah, it was the game came out and it was panned horribly by reviewers and consumers because they just really leaned into the whole just game for service, and it felt like it was a money grab. They didn't feel like they really put a lot of effort into it. But yeah, they've definitely turned it around.
Nah, not for me.
No, and I'm a big Fallout fan.
What the hell was that?
There we go.
Ooh.
Expedition Squad Delta, report. Over. Squad Delta, what's going on out there? Come on. This isn't funny. I know you can hear me.
Huh. And we keep going.
Yeah. War.
Yeah.
War never changes.
But if it looked as good as that there, you might go, okay.
Yeah. Lord, I don't think you're alone. I think a lot of people struggled with Fallout 76, especially the early going. But, again, on Game Pass, so you can always go revisit it, see if it's gotten better.
You see, my issue here is I don't think this man has real legs. I mean, he looks like he's pinned to there. And like he's just been brought out and adjusted on top of a two-legged stool.
We've got a lot more to come in ESO, including the conclusion to this epic story later this fall with ESO Deadlands. And with the release of ESO Console Enhanced this Tuesday,
Okay.
the game will deliver a
Again, this here was the same thing. I went onto Elder Scrolls Online, and then it just sort of, well, everybody jumping around doing silly stuff. It's sort of,
Yeah.
But
Kim, have either of you played Elder Scrolls Online?
No.
Yeah, I played it, or I started it. I'm kind of like you, and it's Elder Scrolls, and I wanted to love it, but the all the random people in there doing their stupid shit just kind of put me off. So, I mean, especially with my gamer tag being what it is, and you've got idiots jumping in front of me and trying to get my attention, and all I want to do is go to the next level and beat the big dragon on the mountain or whatever, and I've got these damn tag-along people behind me that are, trying to get my attention and do stupid shit, and it just,
You're like the Pied Piper. You're just trolling along all the little rats behind you.
Right. It was one of those deals where I wanted to really change my gamer tag to, Big Sweaty Man or something, so...
You should have that.
Annoying.
Heck yeah.
I know, right? Big sweaty guy.
Is off the table.
Robin, this is such a game for you.
Take a new breed of fighter. Wait.
Oh, I laughed at this. This looks, yeah. We played something like this. Remember, was it yourself, and Mark, and myself? That stupid fighting clay animals thing. But these characters look so funny.
Yeah, this just looks a little more polished than the
Yeah.
one we played.
So funny characters. I want a plushie of every one of these in my collection. Big Sweaty Man at 69.
Troy Six and Chill says, Kim, change your name to Big Sweaty Man 69. You'll still get plenty of attention.
So good. This is like
I
this.
love this.
This is a party game. If they get it online right.
There are a couple trailers within this whole showcase that have just some great humor in them on top of it all, which I love seeing.
Yeah, that's cool. Fun.
I'll play that.
It's not deep, but it's fun. And I believe it's on Game Pass. Woohoo!
Saving me money left and right.
Yeah, Lord. Unless you're really, really drunk, then that might be the most exciting game ever.
I'm really curious to give this a go. Only because this game got so much attention last year. So this is Hades. A lot of people's game of the years. Tons of awards for it. I've never really paid much attention to it, though, I have to admit. And
so
seems like it's Diablo-esque kind of
Okay.
action.
Was it PC or was it PlayStation or what was it? Why did we miss it then?
Well, it was on PlayStation, I think. Well, it came out on PC. I believe it came to PlayStation as well, and now it's finally coming to Xbox.
It will be on PlayStation, because it's going to be out for PlayStation the same time as this, I think.
Okay.
And it's on Game Pass.
Wow, it just doesn't stop giving, does it?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's literally only 3 games in this entire show that are not on Game Pass. So that's the incredible part of the show, is just getting the sense of all of these games, for the most part, are on the service. It's comforting to know, because you can invest heavily in Game Pass now instead, and get real good value.
Yeah.
And you're not going to like everything that's there. I mean, maybe that, as Big Smooth said, that game could be quite boring or not your sort of thing. But there's lots of people, like John Mouse likes weird stuff. There's lots of everybody's different strokes for different folks. So, and John Mouse is weird anyway. So, you can't take that away from him.
So I can't remember who the developer is on this, but
Inside, it looks like it, doesn't
is
it?
this the same people that made the game Inside?
No, I don't think so. Is it?
I mean, this looks very interesting.
I know, John. You're a good lad. Yeah, it is weird looking at it, but weird. This is my sort of wheelhouse here.
Yeah.
Because I'm weird too.
This is true.
Wow. Atmospheric. And a ginger! There's Phil. Hi, Phil. And it's on Game Pass!
That's all next year, man.
Yeah, why would you ever have to buy a game?
I mean,
This holiday
it's kind of
marks
Oh,
the
here we
20th
go.
anniversary of Xbox and the 20th anniversary of Halo.
now
To our
I will
millions
say,
of passionate
What, her
I was
belt?
surprised
Thank
they
you.
showed this when
We
they
wouldn't
did.
be
I
here
thought this would
without
either
all of
lead
you.
the show or end the
Our
show.
goal
End it,
has
yeah.
always been to bring
And seeing
players
this happen in the
together.
middle,
And
I
for the
realized,
first
okay, they've
time,
got
we're
something
thrilled to
planned
offer
for
our entire
big for
multiplayer
the end of
experience
show.
to all players across Xbox and PC with no barriers.
That's a biggie.
Halo Infinite
All the multiplayer is
will be
free.
free to play and invite more of you than ever before to become a Spartan hero. I'm excited to be here with Joseph Staten, the creative director
I do
of
wish
Halo Infinite.
they had given us
From
the
helping
before and
craft the
after
original
of
Halo
Craig,
Combat Evolved,
the
to
Craig
leading
meme
fan
character, the
favorite
Brute.
Halo 3 ODST.
I think that
Joseph
would have
is a
been
Halo
funny.
visionary.
Could have been smart.
It is so great to have him
But this
back
does look like
with
it's
Halo.
shaping up really nicely.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Um,
And hey, everybody. For us, and I hope many of you, Halo has always been about heroism.
He doesn't know what to do with his hands.
Humanity safe against impossible
You know who doesn't know how
in a
to do with his hands?
and
Phil
mysterious
Spencer. Watch him later in the. When I saw him talking, I was like, Phil, just put them in your pants, man. Just put your hands in your pants. Come on.
We've ever built, and we can't wait for you to explore.
Okay, so the criticism they had last year was it looked a bit crappy. Watching this before, it didn't look crappy. It looked friggin' awesome. I seen this live, and this looks the biz. It is Halo.
They've definitely given it a nice coat of polish.
In the next chapter,
I mean,
the story,
the cutscene
you'll
stuff.
face his greatest challenge yet. But
Although I found this part
you're not
interesting
alone
because
in the fight.
as we're watching some of this happen, I am wondering how much of this is, if this is actual gameplay elements that you're
Cutscene
gonna
stuff.
be bouncing around. Because this cutscene's into, I think, gameplay at the very end.
Right.
You'll see him grab a rifle, and then it goes into kind of that first-person view.
Well, last week on the show I'd said that it was either make or break for Halo, and I kind of think maybe my opinion is I think they've done enough here to say, yeah, there's a good future here.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be very excited about the future of Halo. I absolutely cannot wait to give multiplayer a shot. Just given the fact that we had so many fun times with the community in multiplayer, and this looks like they have added just a bunch of things to the multiplayer side. Doesn't feel like it's sticking to the traditional elements of multiplayer. I guess
Well, I'm
that's the best way to put
glad Master Chief's back and sort of Cortana is back, and you know that.
Well, they fixed the grapple hook. The grapple hook looks better. That's one of the big criticisms that came out of the last show.
The rogue AI known as Cortana is gone.
But we still haven't seen Craig.
How?
I'll just shut up now for a second.
Of course not. Did you hit your head or something? Don't you remember? My instructions were to enter this installation, imitate Cortana, and lock her down for retrieval. Yours were to take her back to the Infinity for deletion. So if it wasn't you... Okay then. There's something else. On successful deployment, my deletion routine was supposed to complete. Still here.
Good.
Good.
Something stopped your deletion. We need to find out why.
But this wasn't the mission.
The missions changed. They always do.
They always do.
Are you sure?
I love that line.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
He just got rid of his girlfriend and took on a new girlfriend.
To go and try and find his girlfriend. That's going to be an awkward threesome.
Of course, you can't have a Halo game without multiplayer. And on Xbox Series X, you'll be able to enjoy Infinite's multiplayer action at up to 120 frames per second. Finally,
Big Smooth,
I'm
you
very
wanted somebody
happy to
younger.
announce that Halo Infinite's first free-to-play multiplayer season and Infinite's story-driven campaign will launch together this holiday.
A new day is upon us. A new generation built to fight.
Cool. This does look good.
Together, we are unstoppable.
I mean, visually it looks fantastic. And there definitely seems to be a lot of customization happening. And if I'm not mistaken, I just saw armor coming off.
Yeah, well, I did notice, and we'll see it shortly here, the guy with the samurai helmet.
No scope.
You'll see that shortly. No scope.
Killing spree.
I like that shield.
VR has a scope on it. Definitely seems like there's going to be some add-ons.
Well, if it's free to play, that's where there's going to be packs to buy. Look at that. Ooh, yeah.
Claim the enemy flag. Return it to base.
Eye candy. Wow.
The flag is ours. Please call at your earliest convenience.
This is good humor. There you go, Griff Ball.
I swore I seen a... Well, with that, grab that crate there. This guy, that helmet. Look, looky. Oh, the head came back. Wow. That look good. Free season 1. Okay. Yeah, well, fair enough. You know, if there's one season free, well, if you like it enough, you might want to throw a bob or two at it. I have no problem with that whatsoever.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Evil has survived. A dark figure wanders in the east.
Oh yeah, okay, I remember this game now. Yeah, this caught me off guard. I
must be stopped.
It's like,
at all costs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take it there's going to be a new one. I mean, not just this refurb. Because yeah, I mean, I'm right here. Kim, I love.
Well, didn't they announce already that there was a new Diablo in the works?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go with this. I spent a lot of time in Diablo.
No, I like Diablo games a lot. I don't know that I'm super excited because I love Diablo 3 so much. How much I'll be excited to go back to 1 or 2.
I never played 2. So.
This may be our darkest hour, but it will be your greatest moment.
I like Diablo. There you go. That's the end of it.
Especially the purple ones. This is your game, Kim, right here.
you just noticed.
Where did it come from?
From all of us. From what we do to him.
Okay, so this is a surprise to me too.
I don't know.
I mean, it's not
But he's
surprising
my
to me
brother.
that it was such a well-received game. It may not have lit the world on fire sales-wise, but it seemed like it did so well just from media reception that they'd be able to get funding for a second one. So this is the follow-up to Plague's Tale, for those that don't know. I'm super excited for this. I loved the first game. It was such a really just a good, different type of game. Yeah, I'm all in for this. This also happens to be one of the studios that was rumored that Microsoft might be trying to purchase. I do wonder if that still is not the case, and that they still may be in the path of buying them up, because these guys have worked not only on this game, but I believe they've also helped out with Flight Simulator.
Okay. Requiem. Game Pass. Gordon's alive. What's this? Captured 4K, 60 frames per second. Okay, good stuff. Okay, it's the Chicken
This is
Man.
This is the other game that is not free on Game Pass.
It's the Chicken Man. I would eat a bucket of his chicken right now.
Chicken Man.
I am dead.
Polis Hormanas.
Hold hands, sing songs around the fire.
Sure, I know just the song.
No?
Time you learn about resolver, Daddy.
Do you like this?
To take down Castillo,
No, it's, it's lost in you, it really is. Look me.
Keep talking.
It's a stealth operation. I got you covered.
I've missed a couple of Far Cry games, so I'm ready for one now, and this looks good. They're sort of brutal and some humor with them. Like over-the-top villains. I like that.
You wanna blow shit up? Juan Cortez.
It's a good game, Lord. Glad you enjoyed it. Good lad. Yeah. Whee! I mean, I don't.
This game also looks fun.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It looks fun. It doesn't look deep. It looks fun. Over the top. Ah, it's got chickens. Yeah, fucking roosters.
Fighting cock. You gotta love that.
Yeah, fun.
Next time I see you, I want to play with that crazy backpack deal.
Cool.
So it's funny. This seems like the over-the-top single-player version of what Battlefield gives you. It's crazy. You could do all kinds of things, but it's story-based.
Very violent.
There's the guy who likes back the blood. But okay, here we go.
Yeah, I totally thought for some reason this was going to be the game Tunic. Not at all.
I did too for about a split second until the little
Yeah.
slug thing showed up. So.
This is one of those games where I'm no. Not
Yeah, right.
They've been talking about this for years.
Very violent too.
It
This
is.
is very violent, Pete. Absolutely. It's all about it.
So violent.
I know, she sucks up all of these blob things. She's a blob murderer.
Yeah, what's that game on the Nintendo? You have to paint stuff, Splunky or something like that, or yeah. Anyway, it just like seems like
Like Pokemon?
No, it's a shooter. You paint to paint the floor.
I can't hear a word you're saying, Robin.
Sorry, yeah, you paint the floor. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's a shooter for Nintendos. Again, John Mush is going to help me out. Slime Rancher. Yeah, they've been talking about this for ages. Yeah, that's nah. I'd rather eat a box of dicks than play that game.
That could be arranged. Welcome back to Shred Again. Trick. Let's go.
Okay, so they say this game is for these dudes, by these dudes. Now, I watched some of the EA conference.
Why don't you turn the volume down on this a little bit?
Okay, yeah, good point. There. I watched some of the EA conference the other day, and they had this.
Yeah,
this
it is not the same game.
I know it's not. I know, but it had mountain biking, it had snowboarding, it had base jumping, and everything in it. But this here seems to be like this sort of serious snowboarding game for dudes. I don't know. Do I want a whole serious snowboarding game? I don't know.
Okay, I just have to ask, am I the only one that has a hard time hearing Robin?
You can't hear me?
Yeah, it's like you cut in and out on us. You may be fine for the stream, which is great, but
okay.
I think your volume might be fighting with the volume of the show as you're sharing. So that's what I'm saying. If you could turn the volume down on the screen, sometimes when you're talking, it might help. I don't know.
There you go. Is that any better now? Coming through?
Yeah. Yeah, you're coming through great now.
Well, so Big Smooth sound loud and clear. I think it's just your hearing aid, Greg.
Yes, my hearing aid might absolutely be.
It could be. Yeah.
The battery's going dead. Yeah.
I love this. Yeah, I love this point where we have a good feeling about December, as far as the release date is concerned, which I thought was quite good.
Now what are we looking at? I don't no idea what this game is.
It looks good, but
it does look good, but
it's like
the music choice was.
What the hell?
It's from the Eurovision Song Contest.
Eurovision, yeah.
Yeah.
The old lady's gonna beat you with a ladle.
I know. I mean, it looks awesome, but what is it? I have no idea.
Weird is what it is.
Well, the good news is it's coming to Game Pass.
Game Pass. Lord Stalker was the second game up, and it's coming to Game Pass.
Yeah, it'll be out. What do they say? Next year, I think, is 2022 for Stalker.
Okay, so I got excited when I seen this. I thought this was going to be the one that was all white and red. Damn it, Robin, you're preying. Doesn't matter. It's not that, so forget it.
Yeah. This looks interesting.
Super hot. I thought it was super hot. That's what it was. I thought it was super hot. Yeah, I don't know. John, I thought it was super hot.
It's pixelated, but it's
Yeah.
not. I mean, it's a very cool artistic choice in terms of how they're presenting it. I just don't know that I will like this game enough. But again, one of its redeeming qualities, and why I will probably try it, is it will also be on Game Pass.
That's weird. That's a very unique style. It looked a bit like some of those old sort of point and click adventures that you had to go, like detective adventures, that pixelated. But then again, it looks like that ninja game, that stealth ninja, that he was climbing up the side of the buildings there and stuff. So it's weird. I don't like the sort of the stop frame, like it looks like it's at 10 frames a second sort of thing. I don't like that bit, but there's Game Pass. What's next?
Okay, so we got a grounded update. This game is come such a long way.
Millions of players.
It's just such a great concept. I keep telling myself I need to get back in and play it. This could be one of those Minecraft kind of community type games where you could just grow and build.
Flying things. Now, to celebrate, we present the Shroom and Doom update. It gives the people what they've been asking for. Like sitting. No, seriously, a lot of people want to sit. It's for when you get sick of your human companions. And of course, mushrooms.
That's Kim.
But not those kinds. We've also got something that literally no one was asking for. The Brood Mother. She's so terrifying.
Huh?
You should probably turn on arachnophobia mode. Oh, even her blob scares the shit out of us.
Okay.
I gotta hand it to Obsidian. They get humor really well.
Go home. Oh, and it looks like we added achievements too. Nice.
Okay. But June 30th, and it's on Game Pass! Oh! Oh! Oh!
Among Us.
Among Us. Yeah.
Among Us where?
This to me, this is more exciting than the fall game.
Among Us. Is it on Game Pass?
It was, yes.
On Game Pass.
All right, Free. I have to say, I totally checked out during this entire trailer here.
I didn't see any of this bit at all.
I saw as soon as I saw overly anime characters on screen, and it felt like very much a Japanese RPG kind of scenario. I was just like, yeah, no, checking out. But I will say, the one thing I did say, even though this is not a game I would play personally, I love the visual aesthetic of the town combined with kind of the hand-drawn characters.
Yeah.
Visually, this looks
That's different.
awesome. Yeah.
So that's Studio Ghibli. It's that sort of thing, but with decent enough backgrounds, but they almost look like real, like miniatures that have been photographed or something, or huh? I don't know.
Snuck in a little twofer here.
And it's on Game Pass.
Ayuden.
Ayuden.
Yeah. Okay.
Come on, Big Smooth. We totally know
Yeah.
this is your type of game. You're into the anime girls. We know. This is the game I am most anticipating in the
Okay.
next,
Well,
month?
let's turn this up and watch it then.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Robin, is that coming to Game Pass?
Game Pass.
There wasn't really much of a trailer, was there?
No, not really. But we've seen quite a bit of that.
It's a well-known thing. We've like seen it out there, so they've talked about it. They've shown it quite a bit. So I think this is more reaffirming the release date. But that game is, it's a twin-stick RPG co-op shooter game set in a cyberpunk type universe. I'm just way excited for that game. I think it's going to be a smash hit for the community, for anybody.
What's this? Is this the Holy Grail?
You can make it the Holy Grail. No, this is a
Age of
Frozen game.
Age of Empires.
Yeah.
I take it, yeah.
Also known as a philism game.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
This is day 1 for Pete.
It's got elephants.
It does have elephants.
Yeah.
Day 1 delete.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Day 1 delete.
They might have gingers, Pete. Ginger elephants, imagine that.
Wow.
Many of our community still play Age of Empires. Joy 6 and Chill just said they still play Age of Empires 2. Well, now you can... But this is PC and cloud only, as far as I understand. So this is not coming to console.
Huh.
Do you know what? Then I'm going to play it just to give everybody a review.
I think you should.
That should be good.
Yeah, just to give them a raging review.
Okay. Alright. Whatever floats your boat. Yeah?
Now, the interesting thing on that is it's PC only, Windows 10 PC and
Cloud?
xCloud.
Which means you could... yeah.
Do it in bed.
So, does that mean mouse and keyboard support
What?
is coming to xCloud?
Maybe.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, it takes different strokes for different folks. You know, if everything looked as good as Aliens, Colonial Marines, and it all looked the same as that, well, we would all be bored.
This trailer, by the way, you want to turn the volume up for.
Okay.
Will this creature be in the game? No. Say goodbye to it forever. Suddenly, and for no reason, people running. These pointless slow-motion shots make everything seem cool and should bolster pre-sale numbers. That wah sound can mean only one thing. We must gaze over an epic shot of a world, and there should be lens flares. Now we see our hero, but only their silhouette, because the developers haven't finished the design, or finished the story, or finished any gameplay that's actually ready to show. In fact, the only thing they have finished is the title.
Very good. Is that the humour of the game? And it's on Game Pass! Oh, wow, okay. Well, if that's the humour of that game, that's for me.
The humor in that trailer.
Oh, that's ice. Complete integrity.
Yeah. But I'm excited to get Lost Worlds too.
Very violent, but is it not?
Or Outer Worlds. There's just the Lost Worlds. Maybe we'll get that too, but the Outer Worlds too.
Okay.
I am excited for this. This is not Fable, however, Kim. Sorry.
No, it wasn't. I got all excited for a minute. Sorry. Oh well.
Oh, hippos. Hungry ones. Hungry hippos.
Video game either, which also
No.
disappoints me. No.
That
Urban
would have been
Village
exciting
is
as
not
well.
in anywhere this.
Welcome to Fantasy Island.
What's
That's
this?
Dracula. That's Dracula.
The plane! The plane!
Oh, what's this boring simulator?
Oh, Christ.
I want this. Just not that I want to be a big planey man, but I just want to fly over things for a bit until I get bored.
I really don't want to be 50.
You're a tucker.
That's really hurtful, Pete. That is
Really
really
is.
hurtful.
Wow, look at that. How exciting's that? Under the Golden Gate Bridge. I've done that. Under, over, walked, rid, boated, driven. Yeah,
How
Angela.
do you not love this? This is just love it.
Yeah, imagine like there's Kim in her spotty plane at Big Sweaty Man 69, and there's me and my nice Learjet, and all of us flying around the place. It'd be class.
There's reflections underneath the jet. I'm just saying, it's a gorgeous game, Pete.
I would, yeah. Can you imagine 4 or 5 of us up there flying wee planes together, and we decide where to go, and yeah, it'd be good fun.
But wait, there's more. Hold
Oh,
on.
okay.
This
on
is really exciting right now.
Oh, Tom! I feel the need. Oh, he's breaking the hard deck again. I mean, good, he's broke the rules of engagement and he's writing checks his flipping body can't afford. Flipping one low pass over one flipping right admiral's daughter, Penny Benjamin. Damn it, man! Shut up! You'll be flying a cargo plane with rubber dog shit in Hong Kong. Yep. Wow. Okay, I'm in for that.
Boring simulator.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, you burn in hell, you mongoose.
Ginger. Fucking.
Oh dear.
Now, also another exciting game, right up Robin's alley. Like these are Robinism games right here.
No, I'm sorry. I know a bit about this. These guys again have went the extra mile for these visuals. They've went out and
Oh, it's this Forza.
with
It's in Mexico.
12K cameras to get these the real scenery. It looks fab. Now here's my problem with another Forza game. It doesn't feel like it's that long ago since we had a Forza game. They already look lovely. This will look lovely. But I don't know. I want Forza Motorsport. I know they're doing a revamp of it right now and that'll be out soon, but I want a real racing game on my console again. This is fun, but I want that semi stuff again. It feels like a long time since we've had that. But can't take away from it. It looks gorgeous. And it's in Mexico. I'm coming before the end of the year. Now, what I would love them to do would be all of the maps, UK, Australia, put all of the maps together. Now that would be cool. A big, massive world.
I'm purposely not saying anything at the moment. I'm just letting it play.
It's on Game Pass in November. Ooh.
On Game Pass. Now, Robin, I know you jizzed a lot during that whole thing. You can keep his volume down. We don't need to listen to him talk.
I can't wait to show you what
you said a lot during that trailer.
Yeah, sorry.
None of us heard.
Okay, well I'll say it to you now.
I'm glad it all cuts out because the trailer was wicked.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll tell you. So it's been a long time. Yes, it's looked fabulous. It looked awesome. Blah 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 blah. I'm gonna pause right now. It looked fabulous.
You can let it roll.
Okay,
Just let it play.
it looked fabulous. It looked awesome, but it doesn't seem that long ago since we've had a Forza game or a Forza Horizon game.
I would agree.
And even though it does look gorgeous, those guys went the extra mile. They went out with 12K cameras and took those big, beautiful skyboxes and the cliffs, and it looks gorgeous. But I really want a Forza Motorsport game again, and I know they are revamping it, but I'm ready for that semi rather than the arcadey. Is that wrong?
And I think the thing to be excited for that, Robin, is that they are actually bringing that, but it'll be next gen only. I think that's the reason why we're not seeing Forza, the proper Forza racing game right now. I think they are tooling that for only next gen, and so they're wanting to give it another year because I think that the theory is most of the games we see next year in 2022 will still be cross-gen.
Okay.
From Xbox, but then after that, I think they're absolutely going to cut ties and kind of push into next gen. So,
no,
I'm with you, though. I want a proper Forza racing game.
Yeah.
But this does look fantastic.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm not taking. Please don't say I'm taking away. I'll get this. I'll probably play it to death. But yeah, it's going to be more of the same. Anyway, it'll be all right. You know, it'll be fine, and there'll be a festival, and it's in Mexico, so we'll be taking drugs and stuff like that there. There'll probably be one of the missions will be running like being coyotes and trying to take people over the border. There'll probably be a level that you have to jump the wall to see how far you can get across the wall and stuff like that there. You know.
That would be epic if you could actually get to the border.
Yeah.
I don't think they will let you, but
you know, the VP said, don't come. Well, a few months ago she said come, but now she's saying don't come, so I'm sure they won't come. Anyway,
Anyway, but no, it looks great.
Yeah.
It seems like they've upped their game considerably.
Does it? Does it? The map? No, I'm looking at it here. I mean, the map looks the same. You know, the speedos. It's the map is. You know, the little map in the bottom left-hand corner here looks the same.
Right.
You know, so he doesn't. He looks different. But yeah, you know. But yeah, look at the building. It looks fab. But okay. Do you know what? See, when you're married to the most beautiful woman in the world, and she's gorgeous, and she stays looking like she's 23 years old forever, you would get bored of that. No, see, I'm making this argument, and then I'm completely coming back on it, completely and utterly. Yeah. No, you wouldn't get bored of it. No, bring it on, guys. It's lovely. I can't wait to play it. But bring me my simulator too, please.
Well, they did mention it. The simulator is in the works. So they do talk about it, I think, towards the end of this. So they talk about kind of the future of Fable that's in the works, as well as Forza 8. But
the entire world
it's a ways away.
Recreated at this level of detail. And here's Sierra in her favorite off-road buggy. The volcano Sierra and friends are exploring is the highest point ever in a Horizon game. And thanks to the power of the Xbox Series consoles, from up here we can see for miles in every direction. In the distance, we can just about make out Guanajuato. Whee! Let's take a closer look. Guanajuato is one of the most beautiful cities anywhere in the world.
Guanajuato.
It's a colourful, undulating city full of vibrant architecture. It even has a sprawling network of tunnels. And
tunnels!
Turning, overlapping streets.
Very handy for smuggling immigrants illegal.
As we see here,
really good.
Don is challenged in Horizon's open world battle royale, The Eliminator. While Don tries to win that race, the rest of our players are still out exploring this diverse open world. Let's head.
I don't want to point out his mole.
The Horizon series is known for,
but I can't stop looking at it.
And using our unique HDR camera rig, we captured 24
Beautiful.
hours of real Mexican skies at 12K resolution. And thanks to the Xbox Series consoles, these photorealistic skies result in lifelike lighting that dynamically changes every frame, making you feel like you're really there. Here's Maddie again. She's joined by Abraham and some other members of the team. Our players are using Forza Link, the new AI assistant that intelligently tracks the status of you and the people you meet online, and then helps you link up and play together. We'll now head deep into the rainforest and rejoin Bill and the rest of our players. Here we see our new volumetric lighting system filling the scene with God rays as the sunlight dapples through the dense rain.
God rays.
A Horizon arcade minigame is about to start. Forza Link knows that Bill loves minigames, so it intelligently prompts Sierra to invite Bill. Bill accepts, and they're seamlessly linked together with their GPS route set. With that Horizon arcade minigame starting soon, all of our players are coming together. This minigame is called Pinata.
Do you like these
empanadas? Stopping a payload of pinatas.
Ooh, over this way. Gotta catch up to you guys.
So, our players now have to work together to find and pop as
Forza
many
games.
as they can.
Okay, go
I'm
up here to the
happy
left.
that they kind of went in a little bit of detail with this. I think they could have cut this a couple minutes shorter.
Yeah.
I don't think we needed to go this long. This felt like one of those kind of, the forced productions you see happening where it's, it's faux play, right? It's like, hey, Robin, let's head over there and play this game.
Is Event Lab,
Yeah, no.
the incredible new tool set that allows you to create your own races, game modes, and gameplay experience.
By the way,
Okay.
this could be a huge win for the community.
Yeah.
Fundamental rules of the
And being able to, make your own courses up, and there was a wee bit of that before in other games, but yeah, that's interesting.
Forza Horizon 5 is the largest, most fun, and most beautiful open world we've ever built. And it will truly be an astounding showcase for the Xbox Series consoles when it comes to Xbox Game Pass this November 9th.
Game Pass!
Thank you so much. I'll see you all in Mexico later this year.
November 9th? Wow, that's cool.
Team Xbox.
There he is.
Mission to bring the joined community of gaming to
Just
everyone on
right
the
now,
planet.
it's like,
That's
well,
why
Phil,
you,
just
the gamer,
put your hands in
are
your
the
pocket.
center of everything we do. Today, we showed you 30 games. 27 of them will be available on Xbox Game Pass.
Wow.
Now, through the end of the year, you can look forward to back-to-back monthly releases landing day one on Game Pass, led by 5 new titles from Xbox.
And I just want to point out, it feels like Phil is wearing the grandpa sweater.
Like Back 4 Blood, 12 Minutes, and The Ascent. And as we look ahead to next year, I'm inspired.
Not an Apple Watch to be seen anywhere.
Xbox Game Studios. We showed you the highly anticipated RPG Starfield coming exclusively to Xbox. But we also have some of the industry's best RPG storytellers working on Avowed, Fable, The Elder Scrolls Online, Fallout 76, The Outer Worlds 2, and Elder Scrolls 6. We unveiled the stunning multiplayer mode for the world's most beloved shooter in Halo Infinite, adding to the roster of iconic Xbox shooters alongside
By the way,
Wolfenstein,
the guy
Gears of
cracking
War,
his head back when he gets
Perfect
shot
Dark,
in the head.
and Doom.
Awesome.
We premiered the most epic open-world racing game, Forza Horizon 5, bringing you a vibrant and authentic depiction of Mexico in a game built from the ground up for next gen. While the team at Turn 10 is hard at work.
Well, there you go. Ground up for the next gen.
Our growing family of 23 studios.
So, did it say was Forza only for next gen? Or Xbox One?
It's been here for 20 years.
But here's the interesting thing. He just mentioned they have 23 studios.
Yeah.
On the investor call that they had for, it was kind of a closed event.
Yeah.
Somebody said that they mentioned 26 studios working on games.
Hmm.
And that's where all the speculation around additional purchase studios has come out of.
One more thing.
One more thing.
Take a look.
One more thing. Let's watch that one more thing.
I'm going to turn this up. I'm going to watch this all.
The studio that created Prey and Dishonored. Arcane created something new for them, an open-world immersive shooter that you can play alone or with your friends. And like Starfield, this game will be an Xbox exclusive.
Pobre bribón. I'm gonna have to take you apart again. Hey, Dev, anything interesting?
Ingredients exist too. Expandable, 25 centimeters, dramatically elongated bacteria.
Go on, make yourself useful.
So, that was fun, right?
That's your cue, mate.
Sleep tight.
You know what this reminds me of? My time in the Himalayas.
Letty's later, Dad.
You think they can't kill you anytime they want?
Hey, asshole!
How do we always get into this
In the field in Redfall, Massachusetts. Behind me, we are witnessing clear signs of cult activity as the locals engage.
Hey!
Really hope the video was worth it.
Everybody, fall back! People need to know what happened. Layla, with me. Get me on the roof now.
Thank you, Layla. You're the best. Oh, Jacob, don't even mention it.
Robin! Now or never!
Where's the other one? Where'd it go?
Bloody hell.
Taste this, cabrona!
Watching you.
Ow! Jacob, there's something.
Thumb goes the rabbit's arms.
Oh shit. Dev's gonna love this one.
Ginger!
You better have a plan, Jacob.
Yep.
Don't miss.
Don't touch me!
Look! A new one!
Primo, Fernandez, go, go!
Kill me. End me. You can't break the blood trends. It's only just begun.
I think there's vampire in this.
Really? What does it taste like? Be specific.
Like blood and death. And strawberry.
Sun's coming up. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving.
Sure thing, Edgar Allan Bro.
That's a good one.
Do you think things will ever go back to normal?
Would you want to go back to normal?
Not if I still have to pay my student loans.
So there you go.
Now, that's one original looking Left 4 Dead killing vampires. Yeah.
I got the same vibe.
Non-violent, conscientious objectors, just going about their day.
Yeah, it's like Lego. I like it like a Lego game. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
So kind of cool.
They have their own Left 4 Dead-esque. Although it did say 1 to 4 players. I don't know that you can do Left 4 Dead solo. Could you play Left 4 Dead solo before?
Can't remember.
Yeah, I think you can.
Yeah, you could actually with bots. Yeah.
So that's, I guess, the question is: are they going to give you bots here, or is it going to be truly like you go out solo? Oh, it looks interesting. Looks good.
Yeah. Well, Arcane graphically do fantastic stuff. So I have, John saying, it doesn't show any gameplay. And again, that's what I said at the very beginning, I don't really like that. But Arcane's credibility, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They're going to pull out a really good looking game. So, yeah, there's the chicken man.
Yeah. I don't know what to say about that snowboarding game. Like, you think they put a little bit more into it. It looks really plain. Like, I don't know if you added crowds into it or just some extra stuff at the sides. It just looked really plain, that game. Just the whole recap thing just made me think about what I first thought of that game when I first saw it.
Yeah, as I said, there's that one on the EA. Is it EA? Yeah. That had loads of stuff in it. Now maybe that's a serious snowboarders game, but so the other one seemed like a bits of everything.
So, I guess let's talk about kind of final impressions from the event. How would you rate it? Is this a plus out of the park? Is it a B plus? Is it a C? What are we feeling? We didn't necessarily get all the gameplay a lot of people were clamoring for. There were some things that had CGI, like the Starfield game, like the last Redfall game. I personally am not overly worried about that stuff. It's just given that they're farther away. I don't know.
I mean, overall, you have to have a healthy mix, don't you, of gameplay and cinematic stuff. And I think I did a good job of that. I thought it was really good.
Yeah. Okay, so if Sony tomorrow, isn't it Sony tomorrow? So if
Sony's not doing anything.
Anything at all?
Yeah. Not there.
No, there was Square Enix. I believe went this afternoon. We had Ubisoft yesterday. And Nintendo, I believe, goes Tuesday.
Yeah.
There might be a random event tomorrow, but
Okay, so there's no so Sony don't have any big releases of any single gamey stuff,
Well, here's the thing. I think for Sony used the Summer Game Fest show to show off a few games to have presence during this E3 week, and then I believe they are planning an actual event at the end of June that will be just their own thing. So it'll be, the Sony will be in the spotlight. They won't have to share the stage, quote unquote, with anybody else. So I fully anticipate we will get something from Sony that's similar to an E3 event. Just it'll be
okay. So Big Smooth at the beginning of all this said, "Oh yeah, it's all right. It's a whole pile of reworked games." So let's be real here. Yes, there were reworked games. So Halo's always been there. Forza's always been there. You might say, well, the Left 4 Dead clone is a reworked game, but saying that, there's excitement around those titles. Forza, yes, quality's there. Halo looks awesome, and we're overdue. Halo 5 was questionable gameplay or the storyline, but it was okay. But the multiplayer was absolutely superb, so we're looking forward to that. But I thought there was some nice little gems in there as well. The 12 minutes, which we did know about from before, but is a classic game. I think that the Left 4 Dead style game, we are really hungry, and that looked brilliant. And what else really jumped out at you there? Well,
there was the Ascent on Redfall. Trying to think of Outer Worlds 2. I know it's a brand new thing.
They literally showed nothing from Outer Worlds 2.
No, but at least they were completely honest about it and just said we've not done fuck all, and but we're there. We're thinking about it. This is what we're putting together. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, my quick take on the show is this is a show that was building excitement for kind of the near future, but also just giving a hint at 2022. It was about building some excitement for Game Pass in particular, which
Absolutely.
I think it did in spades. I don't think it's an A for Microsoft with the showcase, only because I would have loved to have seen one or two more, really unannounced games that we didn't know anything about. I didn't need to see more Stalker 2, for instance. I could have done without that and replaced it with something else.
Fable.
Fable, sure.
I mean, there's stuff that we didn't see. We didn't see Fable, so they are keeping stuff up their sleeves.
It could be they're saving some of this for Gamescom, and that show.
Do you know what though? For me personally, I couldn't unless you watch the recap. Well, I watched the recap for was it last year's E3, and I wouldn't have remembered any of that. And this past year has been a complete mix-up in it as far as things go, and a lot of things have just gone on that have just completely bogged us down. So I think watching this has been completely refreshing. It's kind of like it's kind of bringing us back into that normality of gaming, and I think to myself, well, EGX, is this something that we could really do? We could pull off. We could go to. I don't know. I found it quite refreshing watching that. I enjoyed it.
I very much enjoyed it. Yeah, Kim, what were you going to say? Sorry.
No, I'm kind of the same way. I don't think it's so much for the games that are really close or upcoming. Like you said, it's more for next year and that sort of thing. So I was super excited for Battlefield. So for me, that was because there was no Dragon Age, there is no Fable, which I get because I imagine we'll see more of them later on. So or at the end of the year maybe. So, I give it a B. I mean, it checked most of the boxes for me. So, I mean, we got, like you said, it's Gamer Christmas. And
yeah,
no, you know what? We've been a bit down here. Great, there's some new games here, and in the middle of this Chinese flu thing, things are just getting back together. It wasn't ever going to be normal that way. But I think there's excitement there, and they showed games.
Yes.
And I think
a lot of them coming to Game Pass.
And there's and that Game Pass is the star again. and the momentum has been building in a clearly rolled out plan with Phil and his team over the last few years, and with all the other media stuff that they're doing as well. It's a force to be reckoned with over the next few years. They're setting themselves up now for the next 2 to 3 years of growth.
Oh, for sure.
So
for sure. I mean, for me, it's a B+. And I really give it the B+. It almost got to the A- part of it. I think if they had maybe one more surprise, maybe shown Fable, maybe we get there. I think Halo to me was it stood out to me because it delivered what so many of us were hoping, that it was going to be impressive looking, that it was going to be kind of feeling like a fresh Halo game that captures that kind of Halo vibe, but also is doing something different. So that for me, I was pretty excited by that, and I cannot wait for that game. It's a game to look forward to now. It is absolutely, I think, a must play for any Xbox owner, that's especially if you're on Game Pass. I mean, gosh. So
I would have given it a really good job. I would have given it an A if it wasn't for Flight Simulator and Top Gun.
You see, I want that. I do.
Do you know what I really liked? And I'm not a massive Halo fan as well, but do you know what I liked about that trailer was the executions, and there was never really any emphasis on the executions as much graphically. I don't think. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but when the multiplayer that I've played, it's not. It doesn't seem like there's any emphasis on the executions. There's some little bit of action going on, but you can't quite see it like Gears of War. You know, you can really see that intense, like this is the finish of that person. And I felt like that then, you know, and like you said, that guy's head snapped off, and somebody was going in for a kill just at his side, and I'm you know, that looked really good, and I'm hoping that they emphasise that in the actual game, because I would play the multiplayer. I don't think I'll play the campaign because when I played it with you and with Robin, you sold it so well that I'll never play another one again. Wow. but I might play the multiplayer. There we go. But I did like that about that Halo trailer. It was good.
You know, you bring up stuff like Battlefield, but Battlefield is more your third-party stuff here as well. So I mean, I think the crux of is it? You know, it's.
I can't believe there's not a campaign on that. That's nuts.
Yeah, that still is probably one of the biggest surprises. But
like you said, to be fair, how many people actually play the campaign to play the campaign? Most people are probably like me that play the campaign so they can remember what the hell the controls are because they haven't played one in so long. It's all about the multiplayer. I mean, Call of Duty is the same way. I mean, honestly. Well, you know, because the last time I played a Battlefield campaign, I can't tell you now, sitting here for the life of me, what the hell it was even about. So, you know, as Pete said, it was ultra-violent and, you know, all that, so...
Super violent.
Oh, terribly, terribly violent, as opposed to, you know, staking vampires and shit like that. But whatever, you know. Sucking the blood out of people, you know. But that's
So this Contraband, whatever it is.
Again, that's another game we don't really know anything.
Nothing about it, but it's just the vibe was right. It felt the vibe felt good.
Absolutely. You know, again, this is one game when I first was seeing this, I was like, oh, is this some kind of Wolfenstein open world game? Like I was reading all of these things, like the map, that kind of thing. But I think this is Kim, I think you were saying this is like a heist kind of game.
Yeah, like a co-op heist sort of thing.
Seems like it very well might be
a co-op open world, and then they just kind of get away from those little things. But yeah, I could totally see this being a heist game. Here on the other show, did they mention the Indiana Jones game? Yeah, was it?
They have not shown that, or I think it's still too early for that game.
That's one that's coming in the future too. Yeah.
Yep.
Contraband, smuggling game. Contraband is you smuggle goods. Game best.
Smuggling drugs.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Hey, do you know what? Good time to be a gamer. A good time to be an Xbox gamer, or on PlayStation as well. But the Game Pass, the Game Pass is the real star. It's kind of fabulous to me.
And that's the takeaway, right? That it was like, wow, all of these games, with the exception of 3, 2 of which we kind of already knew weren't coming to Game Pass, but all of these games on Game Pass. So that just felt impressive. Everything you saw just always said Game Pass, Game Pass, Game Pass. So I think the future's bright for Game Pass. Microsoft is not going to back down from backing that service. And I think if you are a gamer, that is willing to jump onto an Xbox console, this is a no-brainer service to sign up to.
Yep.
I still feel like it does slant towards Xbox, so I think the need to be on a console is there with this service still. I know you can do PC Game Pass, and there's some good value in there for PC Game Pass, but still feels like this is really still geared towards console and maybe cloud as it starts to really roll out in earnest. But cloud still feels like an afterthought. I don't want to say afterthought. It still feels like a add-on service to Game Pass. It doesn't feel like a true way to game. You know what I mean? Like, could I honestly just say I'm going to subscribe to Game Pass and only play on xCloud? I could, but the experience would not be good.
I think it's a convenience thing, isn't it? Really, if you've got a decent Wi-Fi connection. But I think you're right. If you're in your own habitat, you want to play a game, the first thing you're going to do is just make time to go to the console and switch it on. You're not going to get on your phone and get a controller connected to it and just hope that everything rolls well. You're going to switch on your console.
But see, the thing about it is, you mentioned it before, Greg, that as soon as that Xbox Cloud app starts to appear on your smart TV, that's such a massive winner for them, because it just takes somebody to sign up for a short trial and that runs on, or and buy some DLC, and that's where it'll really take off. And as infrastructure gets better and better and better, that's the end of consoles, I think, physically. It might take 10 years, but I think that's the way it's going to go.
I really do hope that they merge with someone who manufactures like a real decent TV, though, and not just, or even just their own, like a Microsoft TV.
To that point, they do have a partnership deal with Samsung.
So, okay. All right.
So there you go. Yeah. I would suspect Game Pass will roll out to Samsung TVs first and foremost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, look. Hey, everybody. Thank you for coming together. We watched E3 Xbox, E3 presentation together. It was a hoot. There's a lot to be excited about. Come back next week. We'll be on again. Let's do this real fast. Roundtable. The one game, you get one game to say, this is the game I was most excited about from this show. Fair enough? All right. We will start with Kim.
Oh, well, you know this already. It was Battlefield. So.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Battlefield.
Pete, what one game to you is like this really stood out to me?
Well, I was hoping to see more from 12 minutes. Do you know what? I was more surprised by Halo. I was more shocked on that trailer. I thought it was really good, and I thought, I like that.
I'm with you there,
it stood out.
Yeah.
It shocked me, to be fair. So there we go.
Okay. Robin.
Knew it was coming, but Back 4 Blood.
Yeah, I didn't think it was coming to Game Pass. That definitely caught me off guard. It does look fun, and God knows this community loved Left 4 Dead.
And an honorable mention to Halo. So shortly, that would be a toss-up. So, wow.
I mean, Halo definitely is the game for me that stood out. I think, again, just going back to this is what Microsoft needed to do, and they did it. But I'll say for a different game,
you can't do that. That's cheating.
It's not cheating. I mean, Halo is what stood out for me, but an honorable mention to Starfield. I think I saw enough in that little snippet to have me excited for what they are going to do with Starfield. So yeah, there we go. And then an honorable lesser mention of Top Gun on Flight Simulator.
I can't believe none of you
That's
said
exciting.
That. After all the jizzing, none of you said that. I was just like, oh god, that's just typical. That's yeah.
I mean, yeah. I don't anticipate there being a story to go with that, but if there was, that would be epic. That would be epic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet it'd be a bore.
Yeah, possibly.
Isn't it funny? I mean, you look at games shows as years gone by, and there was always like the AAA bit, and then there was the A-rated games, and then the wheelchaired out the wee hippie guy, bald haired guy that done all the indie stuff. But there's no talk about indie stuff in there. It's just part of like the 12 minutes.
Yeah, it's all together now.
Yeah, and all that stuff is in there. And it's, so, and there's no talk. Oh, Microsoft don't have indie games. It's just there.
Games
so,
are games.
And
Games are games.
the original games are there. The tip to the hat to the Japanese market. Yeah, it's all there. So excellent. Okay, well look, I'm done. Thank you, Greg. That's a good idea there tonight. That was excellent. Hope people enjoyed that.
Let's take us out, Robin. Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here. See you guys. See you next week.
See ya.
Thank you for listening to the Overseas Connection podcast. See you same time next week.